So all this drama I've been talking about Fear Factory, it is an ongoing story with a lot of details, and we can't get a clear story here. I reported that Burton left, and he had said he wasn't part of the GoFundMe, which we cleared up, and he's actually leaving. That's 2 weeks now, and then recently, Dino has commented on Burton's quitting Fear Factory. And one of the key quotes here is that he needs to tell the truth. Dino responded to a fan, and here's what Metal Injection has to say about it. It says, Dino claims he has no issue with Burton. Here's the quote. People keep saying my and Burton's beef, but it's really only his beef, and I don't have a definitive answer on what that is. He told another fan on social media, he said, have Burton tell you the truth of what happened. And that's pretty much it. That's all he has to say about it. He says to some fan asked that if they're dead, and Dino responded to, too bad you feel that way. If FF is not dead, you may not see the truth now, but you will soon. He says there's a lot of undiscovered talent out there when they're talking about finding a new singer. He's teasing a statement coming soon, but we'll see. We'll see. It's an ongoing drama. Maybe we'll never know the truth. In other political news, I guess if you could call it politically, there is a battle going on between Armenia and Azerbaijan. I hope I'm saying that right. Azerbaijan is fighting over a piece of land called, what's it called? Nagorno-Karabakh. And that area is populated by mainly ethnic Armenians, and there's a fight going on for control of that land between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Now, the state of Azerbaijan has now released a heavy metal song called Atas. I believe it's Atas. I don't know how these Anatolian places pronounce that upside down E, but I'm calling it Atas. It translates to fire. The song was performed by musicians Kehun Zainalov, Narmin Karimboyova, and the newer group. It's actually a pretty cool metal song. I don't know what they're saying, but half the time when people are growling, we don't know what they're saying until we read the booklet. But yeah, it's used as propaganda. The reason this part of the world is really, aside from the metal song, but it's something that I've known about. They didn't teach me in history class, but I learned it through listening to System of a Down and having them talk about it. And it's been one of those things that where you learn a little bit of history from them, and you see how it repeats itself little by little. And yeah, that's been their thing. They have a whole statement about this actual conflict, and you can find that on loudwire.com. That's where this story's I'm reporting from. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they can resolve that with a minimum bloodshed. They've already lost about over 100 military lives in that conflict, and it sucks, man. But we'll see where it goes. Motorhead announced a new American beer, or their beer that they released in the UK is being released to America now. It's called Road Crew with an umlaut on the O. They rolled it out back in 2015 in the UK through Cameron's Brewery, but the American Pale Ale is now being brought to the US thanks to the people at Wisconsin-based brewery Ale Asylum. Here's what the press release says. It says, I am delighted that the U.S. now gets to have Road Crew in their homes regularly, and that our American-based fans can savor the world-class rock and roll beer. This is Phil Campbell saying it. It's as loud and nasty and tasty as Motorhead. He also goes on to say, Road Crew is an American pale ale packed full of hoppy citrus and blackcurrant flavors, delivering a crisp, refreshing, superior taste to celebrate the spirit of the song and those who inspired it. Motorhead for life. Now, I'm definitely going to try it. Maybe I'll review it on this channel. Who knows? Let me know in the comments if you would like to see me do that. I am a fan of American pale ales, and I like the hoppy citrus stuff. I'm not so sure about the black currant. I've had black currant juice from the UK in the past, and it wasn't my favorite. I don't know. It's weird. But who knows? Maybe my palate has changed. I'll try it. I'll let you guys know how it tastes. And while we're on the subject of Motorhead, there's Motorhead masks now. They now that you have to wear a mask everywhere you go, there is a Lemmy Kilmister mask, and you can get it at shop.imotorhead.com. As I'm clicking it right now, I'm getting a 404 page not found, so it might be sold out, but you can get 3 designs. You have Lemmy Kilmister's lower jaw with a snaggletooth smile and the faceberry. They all have the faceberry, but you could also get one with a cigarette in his mouth, and then one with the serious scowl. And you can get that again. shop.imotorhead.com. We talked about John Finberg, the dude from First Row Management, getting accused of sexual harassment and racism and basically all around bad practices for business. And a lot of bands like Epica, Hammerfall, UDO, Insomnium, Power Glove, Omnium, Gatherum, Angra, they've all come and said, hey, we're not working with this guy no more. We're not working with this guy no more. He's no good. And we'll let you know when our tour comes. But outspoken dude that shoots straight from the hip, one of the most upfront dudes. No matter on which side of the argument you fall, he'll tell you what he sees, and there's no bullshitting around. John Schaefer, the great John Schaefer from Iced Earth. Apparently there was some confusion about their management because they didn't come forth and say, like, denounce the guy. So they're like, hey, what's up? You guys dropping him too? Like, and yeah, it turns out there's some confusion because apparently, according to John Schaefer, there was never a business dealing with First Row Talent and John Finberg at all. And here's his statement. It says, it seems there was some confusion the last few days about First Row Talent representing Iced Earth. To be clear, John Finberg never was an agent for Iced Earth. I met him many years ago and had zero interest in working with him. It was very clear to me the kind of person he is, and his reputation is one of the worst in the business. He was a booking agent for several of the bands we toured with through the years, and a shady ex-manager of Iced Earth hired his company to do meet and greets for a tour several years ago. When I found out well into the tour that his company was running the meet and greets, I had angry words with said former manager. The music business is filled with these scumbags. Good riddance, John Schaefer. So yeah, it's that's his statement on it. Well, we'll see. Johnny Rotten is pissing people off on Twitter. Apparently, Johnny Rotten, the dude from the Sex Pistols, is likes to wear MAGA shirts and MAGA hats. He's supportive, apparently, of Donald Trump. But with Johnny Rotten, you don't know, because it's weird if he is. It's weird if he supports any party, really, because he's a punk rock icon. Like, their whole thing is anarchy. Like, they wrote one of the greatest punk songs ever, called Anarchy in the UK. So, but you know how it is. People get old and they just start being a bunch of fucking assholes. The boomers were hippies and taking acid, and all of a sudden they're religious right motherfuckers. But yeah, this isn't new for Johnny Rotten. A lot of people have, now people are talking about it, but maybe because they have nothing better to do. But I've known Johnny Rotten was a douche, since I saw him do that panel at NAMM with Henry Rollins and Marky Ramone. And Marky Ramone pretty much handed his ass to him. But, that's neither here nor there. Maybe I just pay a little more attention to these things. But yeah, Johnny Rotten's a little bit rotten right now. But yeah, that's it for me today. thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to Heavy Metal Minute and Fraction of Forever. I'm still working the kinks out on this. Please subscribe, don't like, whatever you feel. Don't do it. Do it. And yeah, we'll catch you next episode.